Ciao, Alan Featherby from Italian Wine Importers, and today I'm really pleased to be at Tenuta Valdipiatta in Montepulciano, and with Giulio Corporale and his daughter Miriam. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
And Tenuta Valdipiatta makes a beautiful Nobile di Montepulciano and also a range of other wines. It's one of the most highly respected vineyards in Montepulciano. Now, Giulio, what I'm interested in is the history of the winemaking and the history of the vineyard. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
But we began with the nectar of vineyard. I think it was the nectar of Sangiovese in the year 70 of the last century. And year after year, we arrived at 25 hectares today. We have the original Sangiovese, and our best vineyard the name is Vigna del Fiero. Is a 7 acres, 3.5 hectares vineyard, Sangiovese. We planted it almost 50 years ago, and is our cru, is our best wine. And we lived this vineyard with the same structure as 50 years ago. That is very few plants, very few trees.
So low yield.
2,200 trees per hectare.
And solo Sangiovese.
And the solo Sangiovese, and the production is very, very low. That is 3,500 kilos of hectares. That is a fantastic wine.
I've tasted that Alfiero, and it is truly an amazing wine. It is fantastic, and we hope to see it in Australia soon. The interesting thing with your wine is, and I hope I'm not telling secrets, but I think the terroir, the land that your vines are on, is probably some of the best growing areas in and around Montepulciano. Miriam, how do you see it?
Actually, our vineyards are located in areas that were considered from the Consorzio del Vino Nobile, who made a research at the beginning of the 90s, one of the best areas. The area of Ciarliana, Sanguineto, then we can see that it's true. The soil, the composition of the soil is perfect for growing Sangiovese. That's the secret.
And one of the things I love about this vineyard is it's a family-run vineyard. Giulio, you believe in traditional methods, you believe in the grapes being the prominent part of the winemaking. So just if you could talk to us a little bit about your philosophy in making wine.
First, I believe in the history, because the wine in Montepulciano, they do the wine in Montepulciano from 2,500 years. If it's not a good wine, I think
It's a problem.
It's a problem. But the philosophy to do a good wine is you have to do the wine for yourself. First for yourself. What you don't drink, you can sell. But it's first for yourself. This is our philosophy.
Yes. One of the things that I commend you for is the quality and the consistency of your wine. For example, the Nobile in 2009, which we're bringing into Australia, I think Antonio Goloni of Robert Parker rated it as the best Nobile di Montepulciano in 2009.
Yes.
Complimenti.
Thank you.
Also, James Suckling rated it highly. Genesis Robertson. What's the secret?
The secret is that we always try.
Secret is secret.
Okay, so that's it. No, but what you know, I know you have a wonderful winemaker, and so, but what is, you know, because that's a special commendation.
Yeah, I think that the 2009, first of all, was a very challenging vintage because it was not considered a 5-star vintage. It was 4-star on 5. Then we needed to make some specific choice. The ripeness in the vineyard was not perfect. It was not homogeneous, so we needed to get into the vineyard several times during the harvest. But at the end we have made very strict selections. We have decided not to make any riserva or single vineyards. All our best grapes coming from the oldest vineyard, Vineyard of Fiero, for example, has been used for the regular, for the classic Vino Nobile. That's how we have reached this result, because for us, our Vino Nobile is our flagship wine. So this wine must always be at its best in order to represent Valdipiatta, hopefully all over the world.
The Nobile is a combination, I think 85% Sangiovese and 15% Cannaiolo and Arrow.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and that's the same every year?
And but the Vino Nobile is this, and the Vineyard of Fiero is 100% Sangiovese. Yes, of course. The Vino Nobile is this blend. Also, if the Cannaiolo in the last years has been reduced because the Cannaiolo was planted in the very old vineyards, and every year a few vine has been they died in the last 15 years. So we have now selected the original plant of our vineyards, and we have reproduced the original clone of Cannaiolo in our experimental vineyards. So we are going to replant new Cannaiolo in the property. But right now, I think we are more on the 95% Sangiovese and 5% Cannaiolo. We will go back to the original blend within 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. How long do you leave the Nobile in wood? And what sort of wood?
It is aged for 2 years in wooden barrels. We use 2 different kinds of barrels. The big Slavonian oak barrels, 5,000 liters, and the French oak barrique and tonneau, 2 sizes.
Yeah.
Russian also.
Yeah.
Russian. Now, you also make, I think, a very good Rosso di Montepulciano. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because we're also going to bring that into Australia.
First of all, I would like to say that for our Rosso di Montepulciano, we use the same care that we use for the Rosso, for the Vineyard of Fiero, for the Vino Nobile, because the only thing that makes a difference in our wines is the vineyard, not the approach or the philosophy, because everything is hand-picked, is hand-selected, and is vinified on the basis of the characteristic of each vineyard. That's the rule for everything. Regarding the Rosso, it comes from our younger vineyards, but young means that they are between 15 and 20 years old, and they are not really, really young. That's why it's so fresh and fruity, that this nice acidity that makes the wine so alive. And it is a blend of Sangiovese with a little bit of Cannaiolo Nero and Mammolo. The Mammolo is a very ancient varietal that gives this vertical nose, this fruitness.
Is Mammolo typically in Tuscany? Because I don't see it in solo Montepulciano.
Particolarmente.
Because I don't see a lot of it outside.
No, but it's in Montepulciano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But it's also because it's a grape that it's not very helpful for complex and structured wines, because it is characterized by a big berry with lots of water and with a very pinky skin, that it doesn't give any color, any concentration, but a very strong fruit. That's why the aroma is very interesting. That's why we use for the Rosso. That must be so enjoyable, easy drinking, easy to combine with food, pasta, pizza, sandwich, very flexible.
Now, I also love the logo of Tenuta Valdipiatta, and it's behind us here. And Giulio, my Latin is not all that good, but can you translate what it says?
Literally, it's permitted, the first without first. That means you can drink without
being
thirst.
thirsty. Perfect. So, should we go now and have a drink and try one of your beautiful wines and because I'm not thirsty, but I need to drink.
Just for pleasure.
Okay. Grazie mille.